Stephen A., your reaction to Jerry's comments?
I'm disgusted. And I'm going to be very serious here because obviously when I hate on the Cowboys, it's because of their fans. It's not because of the organization. I happen to be very, very fond of Jerry Jones, to be honest with you. But I got to tell you this. I've got enough on my plate. I've got enough on my schedule. But, Max, if there was a job that I'd volunteer to do for free, what's that station, 105.3 or 103.5? Which one was it in Dallas? In Dallas,
105.3.
Whatever. I'd volunteer to come. I'd volunteer to come on every week on their show to follow up Jerry Jones. Like Jerry Jones do an interview with them, and then they come to me to ask, what the hell did he really say, and what the hell did he really mean, and whether or not it made any sense. Because listening to this man's drivel is disgusting. Let me get this straight. Dak Prescott, fresh off of 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 4,900 plus yards passing. You still can't reach a long-term agreement with him. He comes back this year with a new coach who Aaron Rodgers and those boys in Green Bay deemed, just archaic, okay? But still in all, even though it was a 2-3 record, those first 5 games with Dak Prescott, really 2-2 because he got hurt that 5th game. And at the time, he's completed 68% of his passes, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Clearly, their offense was one of the top 2 offenses in the National Football League with this brother at the quarterback position, who you still haven't paid. And since he has departed, you see how pathetic and moribund the Dallas Cowboys have looked as an organization. Ezekiel Elliott can't run the football effectively. The receivers look like, so-so because they don't have anybody to throw them the football. We see some dude, Ben DiNucci, being a starter when Andy Dalton couldn't go because he got concussed by the Washington football team. All of this other stuff. And you're going to point to what Dak Prescott needs to be doing better, knowing that he's rehabbing, he's ahead of schedule, and trying to work his behind back just to make your franchise look just decently respectable? Are you kidding me? As awful as the Dallas Cowboys have been, with all of their problems, the fact that Jerry Jones would take the opportunity to critique anything about Dak Prescott, is blasphemous. Just blasphemous. There's no excuse for it because him not playing in the hospital bed or at home with his leg up, ankle finally twisted back in place and all this stuff. We all worry. Thank God he's okay. This brother, in his absence, has shown his greatness, not just as a player, but as a leader who is worthy of everything he wanted from Jerry Jones. And you're going to critique him? But you got DeMarcus Lawrence getting 1 tackle. You got Jalen Smith, and I love these boys. I like Jalen Smith. Out of pocket, he's going to be coached by Mike Nolan. Ain't his fault. I'm looking at this stuff. Max is just unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable that Jerry Jones could fix his mouth to sit up there and find time to critique Dak Prescott when you clearly have problems everywhere else. It's unbelievable.
Stephen A., I have a lot on my plate. This show, the radio, the boxing show. But I would volunteer to come on that Texas station, that Dallas station, after you came on to criticize Jerry Jones to defend him in this case. And this is why. You got this one all wrong. You have Jerry Jones' intention wrong and the content. First of all, he didn't come on criticizing Dak Prescott. What he was saying is, as great as Dak has been, I've handicapped him, I've handcuffed him by not wanting him to run even more because it's dangerous. Now, whether or not that's a fact, who knows, right? Like, there have been plenty of people who said and done studies and stuff and said, actually, run frequency is not the best indicator for injury or even correlated with injury. And quarterbacks don't get hurt out of the pocket anymore, and they get hurt in the pocket, right? But it has been the orthodoxy for years in the NFL. And by the way, if you want to, really examine the roots of that orthodoxy, is there a racial component to it, right? Because you're excluding certain groups who the feeling was would run the ball more. Sure, we can absolutely look at that. But it also does make some intuitive sense. You don't have your offensive linemen protecting you, and guys are going to tackle you as though you're a running back, and that's why there's a slide rule and all this kind of stuff. So it's not like whether or not Jerry Jones is correct about it, he believes he's correct about it, and that's the kind of orthodoxy in the NFL. He's saying Dak is too good to risk injury. Now, he pointed to Carson Wentz. I agree with him. Hurt on a running play, hasn't been the same since. I think part of Wentz's issue is he used to run much more fluidly. He used to move better. At least to my eye, I think that's actually one of the reasons for his regression. And Dak Prescott, the quarterback to whom Jerry Jones offered a Carson Wentz, Jared Goff level $100 million plus deal, which Dak, his agent, probably turned down, got hurt on a running play. So it's not like Jerry Jones is here saying, see, negative Dak Prescott, negative Dak Prescott. He's here going, look at me. I'm the one who's thinking Dak really shouldn't be taking as many chances out of the pocket, whether Jerry's right or wrong about whether that's really a chance. He does actually anecdotally point to two guys recently, including Dak Prescott, who've been hurt out of the pocket.
That's not my point. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.